Curves, they are important for all the wrongful and the rightful reasons. Well, in terms of aesthetic, they just boost your appeal. And if I talk of mathematics, you're getting the sales curve in an inclination fashion. That means your operational profits are sorted. And when we are talking of race lines, if you are ahead of the curve, hitting the apex right, that means you're winning the race. And Tata Motors is trying to do just that with this, the newest launch in the Indian car market, and it is called the Curvv. Now what exactly the Curvv is trying to target in the Indian market? Well, that's what I'll be telling you in this video today, so stay tuned till the end, and without any further ado, let's kick things off aesthetics first. The Curvv, it gets right amount of curves, cuts, creases and lines, and all of that makes it look appealing. Yes, they have boosted its aesthetic appeal for sure. Now talking of its design highlight, I certainly like the silhouette, but from certain angles it looks like a coupe SUV versus from a select few angle it looks more like a 3-box car. Now giving you a perspective of its dimensions and road presence, I have to say that this is roughly as big as the Hyundai Creta, and that's where the existence of Curvv lies. As a matter of fact, all of us know that mid-size SUV space is currently the most heated one, and also the biggest contender there, the Hyundai Creta, comes with a lot of features. And with this, Tata Motors has tried their best. Now what it gets is a larger 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment unit, a 10.25-inch instrument cluster, and I have to say both of these displays are crisp. Another thing that Curvv has on its key rival is that it gets wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which none of the Koreans have got it yet. Now coming down to the center console, you have a touch enabled climate control unit, and it also gets your controls for the power tailgate at the rear and that power charging port. Now this is a shift by wire lever. It's going to be the same on the ICE models, but we're going to talk about the electric, and as I say electric, it also gets an electronic parking brake along with auto hold function. There's a wireless phone charger here, but if you're rich enough to afford a larger iPhone Pro Max, it won't fit here. You can only fit in smaller phones. Now the center console has some storage space, but it's not very deep. But the storage spaces that Tata has got right is this damped glove box along with door bins where you can even store an umbrella. Now another thing over the Nexon that the Curvv is getting is a larger panoramic sunroof, and there is an increment of 30mm to its wheelbase. But where has that been utilized? Because the front row of the Curvv looks quite like the Nexon. Well, that's on the rear. While the front row seats are comfortable, the case on the rear seat is even better, I have to say. The seat squab is wide and it has enough to give you ample under thigh support. Although in the EV variant, the floor is slightly jacked up because of the battery placement, but you can stretch your legs out and under the front row of seats so that you can have a comfortable journey from the second row as well. And talking of features, you're getting a 45-watt Type-C USB charger over here along with a center armrest. And now with the sloping roof, there's ample of headroom over here. Tata Motors has done an intelligent and creative job of scooping out the headliner to give you that slightly more headroom. It's time to talk about the way Curvv.EV drives. Well, to start things off, I'll brief you about the specifications first. So there are two battery pack options, 55 kWh and 45 kWh. Now the peak torque of the motor remains the same, 215 Newton meters, which might sound quite low on paper, but in the real world, understand it in a way that 215 Newton meters right from the word go. On talking of peak power output, the 55 kWh battery pack gives you around 163 horsepower, while with the 45 kWh battery pack you get only 150 horsepower. Now with the more powerful iteration, the Curvv EV manages to do its 0 to 100 kmph sprint in only 8 and a 6 seconds, which is quite phenomenal, I have to say. Now coming down to the suspension, so it's an EV, it is quite heavy, and that you can feel on the steering wheel as well. But the suspension manages to do a great job here by keeping the ride and handling character in check. So we are riding it here on wet and winding roads of Udaipur's Raita hill, but the Curvv EV is managing to keep us stay planted on the road and boost our confidence levels. Well, we have had some sketchy moments with this. That is largely because of the tires. So a good set of tires might cost you some range, but they will increase the overall versatility or the driving behavior of this car, and it will be more fun to push it around the corners. The brakes, they are progressive as well, and you're getting 3-level regenerative braking, so single pedal driving in the city is possible, I can say that. Now coming back to the steering wheel, since the car is heavy and it rides on 18-inch 215 section tires, you can feel the heft on the wheel as well. And also, since this wheel is borrowed from the Harrier or the Safari, it is a size big for my liking. I think the original Nexon EV's steering wheel would have been a more fun affair to push the Curvv EV around these ghat roads. Since it's an EV, the NVH levels are well controlled, but what you're getting is AVAS. So the Curvv EV produces a very gimmicky, finicky and electronic sound up and until speeds of 20 kmph to alert pedestrians that there's a silent electric vehicle right behind them. While the comfortable ride remains its great capability, the Curvv EV is safe as well. You're getting 6 airbags as standard, and along with that you have the option to opt for level 2 ADAS, which comes with a multitude of functions like active lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control and also emergency brake assist. And this car is getting 360-degree parking camera, which makes for an easy job to muscle this car in city and out of tight parking spots. It is a great handler, I would say, and that is largely because of the low center of gravity. Tata Motors says that the center of gravity is right around where the rolling axis would be. So the car has very low chances of tipping over, and in an enthusiast point of view, that means you can push it harder. Now along with that, A-pillars are slightly thick, so they create a large blind spot, but otherwise you have a great commanding view of the road. But the rearward visibility from that sloping roof and small windscreen, that I would say is slightly compromised. Now another aspect of electric vehicles is the charging time. Well, Tata Motors is claiming that Curvv EV can be charged by up to a charger of 70 kilowatts. So the fast charging means that you can have 150 kilometers of top up in just 15 minutes and 10 to 80% in only 40 minutes. In summation, Tata Motors has got the curves right. Now, in terms of interior space, there's an ample amount of it for 4 occupants, and the Curvv is feature loaded too. In terms of driving performance, I think the powertrain is potent. With the long range options, it can keep you charged for your 4 to 5 days of commute, and when you plan to take a long haul, you would not have to take a lot of charging stops. And now I have to say that with the pricing starting at rupees 17.49 lakh, it feels justified. Now the things that Tata Motors can work upon is the software glitches. Now we have seen a couple of instances with the car where the DRL was not working flawlessly. So these are few niggles that we could spot, and we are sure that Tata Motors will be able to sort this out. And by getting all of those things right, this will be a potent seller in the market. And also this makes us wait for the ICE variant. Why so? Because when you want to grab a bite from the best selling midsize SUV, well, it's the petrol or the diesel powertrain that are the most preferred ones at this moment in the country. So Tata Curvv's ICE variants are what we are looking forward to drive, because after all, we're certainly impressed with the Curvv's EV variant. And with this, I'm your host Mohit Bhardwaj. Will now take a leave, but before I sign off, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, it's my humble request, please do so. Also share this video with your friends who are eagerly waiting for the Curvv EV, or in fact its ICE variant, and keep watching our channel for more such videos. For now, adios.